Hello my beautiful lights. So we're just doing a more detailed read on the short I did, which was fresh air. It was all about grounding. We've got this new moon energy. Now we're going to pull the cards live on camera because I've got a very short period of time to do this for you this week because it is crackers at the minute. So the super moon, these are the messages the angels wanted to talk to you about. Obviously your message was fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants and flowers. Spend time outside today as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. And this was about letting the old stagnant energy out for that release. Now obviously the super moon is extremely powerful. I'm just getting comfortable. So it's the full moon in Aquarius and it's embodying the energy of who you want to be, where you want to go. And it's going through this transformational period. This is a huge transformation within self. Now we can't take the old into the new. As I've taught you, it's letting go of frequencies and old chapters, patterns of behaviour in order to move you forward. You're sort of elevating, and that's what this message was all about yesterday. So it's an time for this like deep introspection. It's that hermit card that popped out, you know, a little while ago, and it's reflecting inward, and that is what you need to do. It's quite intense and it's facing like shadow aspects of oneself in order to release a frequency. Once we face it, once we understand it, we can then move forward and let go. That's why I say to you, feel that emotion in that very moment, because that very moment is when you're meant to feel that emotion, and then you can transmute it and you can move forward. So it's purging, it's all happening, this purging, this releasing. We don't want to live in old cycles and patterns, do we? It's getting us into alignment for this new shift and this new frequency. Grounding is absolutely paramount during this time. However, make sure you take your socks and shoes off and walk upon the earth. So most of our body is made up of water, and you'll feel this emotional shift right now, and it's intense. It's very intense. I'm feeling it too, you know, and I'm a master of energy. We're just letting go of old patterns of behavior and ways of being. That's the person we once was. We're not the same person we were last week, let alone 2-3 years ago. And this is what we talk about, this elevation of you. This is this energetic upgrade that you're having. And it's basically elevating your consciousness during this time. It's intense and transformational. So you can be sensitive to cosmic forces. You know, we've got all these retrogrades, which a lot of people aren't talking about. But don't forget, we've also got Chiron and things in retrograde, which is huge. So you'll have like intense ear ringing. You'll have this feeling. I was literally grounding my energy and it was like zoom, and I could feel the frequency. Your emotions plus retrograde, everything happening, it's like this build up, and it needs that release, and it's letting it go, and it's purging through this process. It's the elevation of your perception. You know, it's all about your transformational process. It's grounding is to rebalance your frequency. You need to constantly ground. Embrace the energy though, because when you embrace the energy, you can really purge it and let go, and then the flow will come back. And that's what it's all about. It's going into this new frequency, this energetic shift. And what happens is we need to leave the old behind in order to move forward. You can feel overloaded with this frequency, and it's about that allowing. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about the art of allowing, and that process is really difficult to do. It's mastery stage, right? If you're seeing this, oh, my white streak is there for the world to see. If you're seeing this, then you're meant to be going through this shift. You know, this is not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. So you feel everything intensely. You know, it's like at the minute I'm doing Reiki and things like that every day, and it's off the charts. It's absolutely phenomenal. The power in which we're embodying right now is transformational. It's like a shift. It's like an upgrade type energy. You can feel foggy, you can feel drained, you can feel tired, and that is the shift we're going through. So just allow the process, because this shedding needs to take place in order for you to move forward. So we're going to pull some cards now. I've given you the messages from the angels out of the book. So, angels, spirit guides. Yes, angels. Uncross your legs, Lauren. Angel Spirit Guides, could we have a major arcana? My goodness, that was quick. So the major arcana again is the Chariot. We're still in this frequency of movement forward. When the Chariot comes in, it's basically conquering those shadows. I have to do that. It's conquering those shadows, and he holds no reins. This is an energetic force driving you forward. It's like a destiny type energy. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. So the Chariot is the major card of the week. Angel Spirit Guides, can we clarify please the Chariot energy? What do they need to see to go with this? Could we have some more explanation? Thank you so much. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse and Strength in reverse. You're feeling like this movement forward. This is the emotional side we spoke about. This is the moon energy. It's all about emotions. It's about release. You're feeling like sort of dismissive in a situation, and you feel impatient with something, and it's sort of that kind of frequency about this movement forward. Could we have some more? Thank you. But you need to balance. You've got the Two of Cups here. You need to balance that higher self and your inner self. This is what we're talking about. That deep reflection stage is needed. This is when we introspect. This is when we return to self to find our own inner light. And the Two of Cups in this case, I don't believe it's a partnership. I think it's all about you and your higher self. The Two of Cups can talk about you and your higher self and that reintegration of self. And that's what needs to take place here. So what else have we got, angels? They've left a card behind, which is the Knight of Wands. This is the energetic worker. This is the movement forward. This talks about you taking the wand of power. The Knight of Wands is very passionate, and he needs that courage and determination. It's like you're doubting your courage in a situation. You're questioning this frequency right now, and I understand, because obviously moon's all about emotion. It's all about this release, and when you're having this shift, it's about letting the go of the old ways of thinking. You know, if something in the past, for example, had said to you, you can't do something, you start to believe that. Now this shift, he is driving this Chariot, literally, and the moon is right there if you can see it. The moon energy is right there. So he's guiding those thinkers through his intuition, through his power from within. And this doubt is something that you've carried for a long time, and you need to release that. And that's what it's saying here. Okay, can we have some more information? Could I have a major card from this pack, please, angels? Thank you so much. You have two. You have the Six of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. There we go. The angel spirit guides are telling you you are moving forward. The Six of Swords is moving away from a time of hardship into a new frequency. You're going to calmer waters. The Page of Pentacles is sort of learning as you go, and that is the whole process of this life. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. So you're learning as you go through this process. I'm just going to take some more. So if we could have some clarifiers for the Six of Swords, thank you so much. My goodness me. There's quite a few, so bear with me, my beautiful lights. You've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the Tower. So there's going to be this shift here. The High Priestess, the Death and Rebirth, the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Devil there, and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's a release. It's a complete release here. So we'll start with, these are the top cards and these are the clarifiers. So clarifying the Six of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, you're learning as you'll go. You're moving forward to these calmer waters. You know, whatever those calmer waters are, the King of Pentacles represents it's going to be very, very abundant for you. And the Tower is sort of like that shift. You're in that tower of shift. It's been, probably you've been in a time of hardship financially, and it's shifting into a new abundant form. And it's getting your mental mantle into that vibrational frequency and releasing the old, which is why you need the power of the super moon. You've got the High Priestess and the Death and Rebirth. So your frequency, your energy is leading you down the sacred path. But, you know, the High Priestess walks the sacred path, and the Death and Rebirth is a transformation of self, just as we've spoken about, which is why these cards are here. As you can see, she is tuning in beautifully. She's tuning in with a higher self. And what we said with the Two of Cups is integration of that. So it's releasing the old emotions that, you know, they no longer serve you in your new frequency. And you need to let go of this for this death and transformation, this rebirth. And this rebirth of you, as you can see through there, is a beautiful utopia. And that's what it's saying here. This is under the tower frequency, right? So when this tower comes in, it's going to shift you. It's going to shift you into an abundant form. You're going to go through this death and transformation, but you are following the sacred path, which tells me you're following the intuition. And, you know, the divine feminine power with the high priestess and the supermoon is all divine feminine power, right? It's your heart frequency. You're following your heart in this situation. Now you have the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Oh my goodness, it's been a burden of slow for you to carry. As you can see, they are on a journey there. They are journeying forward. On this journey, you need to use your intellect. You need to use your King of Swords power. Now, the King of Swords is very much alert to the undercurrents. He's had a rebirth of frequency like the Queen of Swords. He is direct, but he's action because he's in his male energy. So his divine masculine energy means taking an action in a situation and moving forward. Even though the load is burdenous, you're about to put those blooming ones down and you're going to reach your destination. And this is about the transition of such. Now, the Devil and the Ten of Pentacles, which just talks about the darkness being trying to... Oh, look what's on the bottom. Oh my goodness, I'll show you in a second. The Devil and the Ten of Pentacles. Something's been trying to interrupt your family frequency, your pentacle energy holding you back. And that's like a dark force, right? When we talk about the devil, this can be the mental mantle, you know, and it takes that control over us. It makes these seeds of doubt sort of grow in our brain and our mind, and it's getting out that frequency. You don't want that BS around you. You don't want to feel that way, but we all do. We're human beings, right? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and it's part of the emotion. And this part of the emotion we actually need to feel because we learn from it. We learn that our mental mantle cannot control our emotional state. Remember, your internal energy reflects your external experience. And when we combat our internal energy and we control the mental mantle of how it tries to take us down, you know, we can transmute that. And that's what it's about. It's about transmutation of that frequency into, look what's on the bottom, the sun. Boom. Look what she's doing. Literally, look, the sun is about to come out for you. The sun is the best card in the whole of the tarot deck, in my personal opinion. You know, the sun, we're in Leo seasons, we're just about to go forward. So, you know, it's beautiful. It's illumination. It's that rebirth of you. The sun is like finding your inner light. It's like through this dark stage, through this transformational stage, through this shedding of frequency, the sun is about to come out for you, and it's the rebirth of such. So through the darkness, facing the shadows, facing those shadows within, you know, controlling the mental mantle so that it doesn't have that power over you, and working from here, your high priestess frequency of power, moving you forward. The sun is about to come out. You're going to get this great illumination. We're going to get a clarifier on that, angels. I feel that frequency. So can we clarify the sun, please? This happiness, this childlike energy, this rebirth of you is coming into form. It's absolutely beautiful. So can we clarify the sun? Thank you. These are the seeds you have planted. So you've got this Seven of Pentacles and the star energy. So your dream desires are coming true. You have planted these seeds. They are growing, basically. This is towards what you want, but there's your dream desires. They're coming true. The stars is when the stars align for you. You know, your dream desires are coming true. You've healed through this process. You're conquering those inner shadows. You are moving forward. When you face your fears, when you face those shadow selves that parts of us we don't like. Now, I've got to say this. I have angels. You're right. With this, all this Queen of Swords and the Strength in reverse, it's like if somebody comes into your experience and they test you, they test your patience. That is a lesson you need to learn upon the path, right? And if you take a step back from a situation and you really reflect upon it, that going within, that hermit mode, and you think, what is this person actually teaching me? Is that a shadow I need to see? And it's like that illumination of it. And then you can heal it and you can move forward. You know, we talk about people coming into our situation, our vibrational frequency is always, if they interrupt our energy, is negative, but they're not. They're lessons, a lot of them. And when we learn the lesson from a situation, from a person, place or thing, then we understand it. And sometimes it's a shadow we need to face within oneself, and we understand that frequency. So if that person really triggers you in that situation, you know, you're like, why has that triggered me in this point? Why? Question it. When we question, we grow. then we can illuminate our souls and we can understand the lesson, and then we can move forward to this abundant form, this sun frequency, where this rebirth of energy happens, where your whole sky illuminates with this beautiful sun frequency. Your third eye is illuminated. Every part of you is sort of that rebirth. It's a rebirth. It's the most glorious thing. And don't forget here, you're having this death and rebirth. And then here at the end is your rebirth. The outcome is your rebirth. So, and it's brought healing through this process, this healing of you. Now, every transitional energy happens because we need to grow from a situation. We need to learn. It's a blessing. It's a lesson. And that's how we have to see it. And that's what this is all about. Now you have the King of Wands on the bottom. Boom. King of Wands right here. Action. Action, action. So we've got quite a lot of divine masculine going on in these cards, as well as divine feminine energy. So it's like you're interlocking the two. You know, we talked about your higher self with the Two of Cups here. Your divine feminine and masculine, look, you've got your divine feminine and masculine. And this is why this can be you. It's a reflection of you and your inner self. When we sort of get in the energy where these are balanced, and I mean seriously balanced, our divine feminine energy is our heart frequency. So that can sort of take over sometimes, right? And we can be quite emotional, but in a beautiful form, or we can overgive in a situation and then it becomes unbalanced. And our divine masculine can be too sort of, he can be overly action orientated, and then we overwork, and then that becomes out of balance. And what's happening is the harmony and blend of you is becoming imbalanced through the supermoon energy. You're working through this process, you're getting that information, and you're understanding what this is all about. So when this energy interlocks like this, now we're going to have days. I spoke to my friend yesterday. We all have them. I'm human too. And you need your girlfriend sometimes. And I was like, da, 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 da. And she was like, da, da. And it made me see things from a different perspective. And I'm human. I need to speak to my friends too. You know, most of my friends have been friends with me for decades, which is beautiful. And she has. And they know every part of me, and I'm completely me, authentically me. And it's a beautiful thing, because sometimes I helped her through a situation and she's helping me, and that's how it works, you see. And that is divine friendship, and it's divine balance. And with your divine masculine and feminine, they need to be like this. We don't want to be in one energy and then the other energy. When they're like this, you move forward, and that is the key here. You know, if we're overgiving, it's going to be way up here, and you don't want that. So you need to balance that energy. You need to move forward into this new frequency with your divine energy balance. That's why we've got both. And the King of Wands is, you know, he's passionate. He's very confident in what he does, and he takes his wand of power as the leader in a situation. And it's an expectancy for the King of Wands. I'm just being quite honest. He's not arrogant. He just expects that frequency because he knows his power, and he can, when he's got this illumination, when this frequency comes in and his dream desires, the seed is planted, he moves forward and the stars are aligning for him, he can truly take that wand of power and move forward to his destiny. And don't forget what the angel spirit guide said in the book. This super moon, let me get back to it, is all about the transformation of you. This is all about you aligning yourself simply with embodying the energy of who you want to become. And they all interlock beautifully from the messages from Spirit. And this is about embodying who you want to be moving forward. You know, finding who you truly are. And it's just getting through that emotional stage. You know, have to say, the Chariot moving forward, obviously it's movement in any form, absolutely. You know, your car could have gone wrong and it's gone wrong and it's caused you all this angst. But as a transformational energy, because we're talking about the supermoon frequency, the Chariot upright is bold, conquering those inner shadows, and it's combating that frequency of what you once had. And that is absolutely massive, because even if all you've done today is you feel tired going through this frequency, you're shedding, be gentle with yourself. Absolutely. Switch your vibration, as I've taught you. And today you thought, I'm going to watch that, and you feel empowered by this message, because these messages are supposed to empower you. They're supposed to illuminate your heart. And, you know, we do this for God's source power, for the highest white light. That's what we do. And it's about transmuting that frequency. And if you're transmuting that frequency in any form, you've done it. Now, this is very interesting. I tripped over this. It's a red jasper. It's a grounding stone. You need to work on your root chakra. Work on both root and sacral, to be fair, but your root chakra is where we hold old frequencies. It's where it can get stuck and stagnant. So if you're going to do a meditation, do a root meditation. They're fantastic, and it will just help you through this frequency with ease. Make sure you ground yourself. It is paramount. Salt bath for me, please, and have that frequency. I'm just going to have a little sip of my drink. I've got moon water. I don't know if you practice this or this sort of thing, but I drink moon water the day after a supermoon or the day of a supermoon. It is cleansed in the moonlight. It's beautiful. Cleansing the system, right? Letting the old out to release, to go into the new frequency. So we're all human. We're here to aid each other in a beautiful form. We're here to grow together. That's what this channel's all about. You know, none of us are perfect. None of us are without sin, as we've spoken about. We're all going through this human experience, and we'll make mistakes, and we get up and we move forward again. You know, whatever knocks us down is our biggest growth stage. You are planting the seeds, or sorry, angels. You have planted seeds, and now it's time for them to grow. And that's the beautiful thing, because what makes these seeds grow to your best form? The sun, right? The sun. You cannot grow a flower without watering it. She's got water and the sun. They coincide beautifully. They all go together. It's all about the collective consciousness and this interlocking. But whatever's happening is absolutely beautiful. Congratulate yourself. You've got this. You've absolutely got this supermoon energy. You are releasing. The collective consciousness is moving forward. We're going into a better forms. We're understanding. We're releasing the 3D BS, you know, and it's that sort of illumination of self, because you're going in to this little introspection stage right now. You're finding that in the light, and you're allowing that process. And allowing that process is really difficult, you know. You've got to go within to heal and move forward. And that's the truth. Unless you do that, we'll just be living the same cycles. So work on you. As I said, this is all about you. This is your journey. So my beautiful lights, that's the message from Spirit. So until next time, from the angels and I, have a beautiful, abundant week. Bye-bye.